Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Bava, and I'm looking at a Faithless looting contest entry from regular contributor Ot3. We had a number of entries for Faithless looting number 7, which you can find on magicgatheringstrat.com. The first one that we got was from Ot3, and it's this Chipped Stoneblade, and it's actually the only one I'm going to play, I think, this week. I might play the Legacy deck. We'll see how my time goes. I like this deck for a number of reasons. One is the play on words, Chipped Stoneblade, and the artist is Chippy, which you can't see here, but we'll look at on the deck list. Also, it seems like a pretty fun list. I like the Aethersworn Shield Mage and the Windwright Mage. You get some cool multicolored dudes here. I don't know how strong the deck is necessarily. It's probably mostly casual, but it seems pretty fun. Oh yeah, in case I didn't mention it, the guidelines for this contest were to create a deck highlighting a certain artist. And I did get some comments that it was a sort of a difficult challenge, so we'll probably avoid similar challenges. The goal of constraints is, of course, to unleash creativity, but if it makes it too difficult to come up with a good list, and I think this week it did, then it can do the opposite, and it can make it more difficult to be creative, I think. So, Chipped Stoneblade, Chippy Stoneblade, which we'll play today. We also got Dan Scott Pauper. Now, it turns out that really, between Ninja of the Deep Hours, Ponder, and just any one of these other cards, Dan Scott pretty much kind of owns Pauper. Or, sorry, he owns Delver in Pauper, or at least he contributes. I don't really feel like just playing Delver, so I'm not going to play this one. I mean, it's pretty much a Delver list with a couple kind of subpar cards thrown in just because they're Dan Scott art, which is fine. It definitely fits the challenge, and thank you, Archivold, for submitting it. But I know what Delver plays like in Pauper. He also submitted Bubbling Muck, which was part of our Blessing of Leeches challenge. I might try that deck out separately. And then this Nantuko Shrine, which is a fun casual deck, sure, but it's in no way a budget deck unless you want to proxy up some Bayous, I guess, which we can't really do. And then Yugular contributed this Mark Pool Legacy deck. It's got 3 Mark Pool cards. 2 of them are land, and then Restore Balance, which is the main Mark Pool card. And I might play this one for fun, and because it is a budget Legacy deck, and I am looking for always looking for budget entry points into formats. But sort of because 2 of the Mark Pool cards are land, I'm not sure if I'm going to play it in terms of the Faceless Looting Challenge, even though the key card is a Mark Pool card. We do have some chippy lands here, but we also have 4 cards that are not lands in the Ot3 build that are chippy art. So let's take a look at those, and then let's play a match. We've got Ostracize. This is the chippy art for Ostracize, which is great. We've got Doomblade, which is the art for Doomblade that most current players know. And I really like this sort of negative space created here with this slash. We've got Windwright Mage, which is a beautiful piece of art, really. And I did go ahead and get the Chippy Land. So we've got Chippy Islands, Chippy Plains, and Chippy Swamp. And I really actually like this swamp. I might get a lot of this swamp so that I can be more consistent with my land. Otherwise, Deluxikov will come and he'll yell at me on YouTube, as he already does. And we also have Faith's Fetters, which is a 1 of in the main. We've got another one over in the sideboard, but that's also a Chippy card. Chippy is a cool artist. Did I get all of them? Yeah. So it's cool to see. I love the art style for this whole deck, really. The one that stands out a little bit is Ostracize. It doesn't quite fit in with some of his more current stuff, I think, but it's pretty fun. So let's go and grab a game. And we'll just, this seems more like a just for fun deck. We'll see if we can grab a game here. Whenever I do this, though, I tend to find a game much faster if I also go in the tournament practice room. We'll give, just for fun, a minute before I open up a tournament practice, but I don't want to wait too long. Alright, well, we waited a few minutes in the just for fun room and nothing panned out. So we're going to play in the tournament practice room against Rosadios, and hopefully he doesn't mind too much. We got some things we'll keep. We've got Vault Scourge into Bone Splitter, which is pretty good. We'll go ahead and get Vault Scourge. Yep. I'm hitting with the 3/1 Vault Scourge on turn 2. Seems good. But he died. He died to a Piracy Charm. We're probably playing against MUC. That makes me a little sad. We've got nothing else to do, actually, so maybe we can stick this Mistvein border post. I'm only playing against MUC because it's a really boring match to play. It's a pretty boring match to watch, but if he's stuck on 2 land, that's great, but I'm stuck off white. So that's sad. So we have lots of mana, but no white mana. He bounced my Bone Splitter. And he's going to counter my Bone Splitter when I try and recast it. Which is good, so we'll see if we can get him to do that. Prohibit, yes. Windray Mage. There's a couple artifacts in my graveyard now. So I have a 2/2 flying with lifelink. It's not a 4/2 flying with lifelink, but he wouldn't have been able to prohibit it anyway. So we'll kill the Delver on his end step. No, cancel. We don't want to kill the Delver on his end step because we've got... we don't want to get dazed. That would tap us out. So I'll wait. Waiting's fine. I will kill the Delver now. Hit with this guy in the air. I control other, so it's just, we have a 3/2 flyer or another 2/2 lifelink flyer. We're not afraid of daze, so we will get you. It's because it's a little easier to cast with 2 mana. It's a little less damage, but the lifelink's good. Alright. Well, we can beat a MUC player stuck on 2 lands. That's not saying a whole lot. White, blue, blue, black, Mistvein, blah, 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 etc. Things. Stuff, and I don't know how I cast Pyroblast. It's over here, right? What's that doing in here? Huh. Alright. That's not going to help us. We do have Circle of Protection. We have Chainer's Edict. We have Faith Fetters. He's only got so many creatures. Blowing them up might be good. Faith's Fetters isn't good, really. Even though it's a chippy card. We'll get rid of... we gotta leave at least one Ostracize in here, right? We'll get rid of one Bone Splitter and one Ostracize. Bring in those Edicts. Most MUC decks only have 12 creatures. Double Esper Stormblade. Esper Land. We'll keep this. He's going to preordain. We're going to get a turn 1 Vault Scourge again. White or black and blue. No days. Pretty happy about that. Glaze Fiend into counter magic. Yeah. Let's attack first. We'll see if we get Piracy Charmed. We're walking into all sorts of counter spells. Like that one. Yeah. So we'll attack. Yeah, my 20 turn clock persists. We'll go for another Glaze Fiend. Into another counter spell. Not an exclude, so that's good. We'll bounce the plains and get this guy. Turns on the Stormblades. I never thought of these border posts turning on the Stormblades so well, actually, but it's pretty good. It's got plenty of land now. We'll attack with this guy again. We'll get that. We'll go for black and blue Esper Stormblade. Which resolves, but will probably get repealed. I was going to draw cards. I forget to play my land. I think I played it. I did. Piracy Charm kills Vault Scourge. Delver attacks. Go home, Spire Golem. Oh man, we are lots of land, or lots of mana. Alright, we got no attacks. White, blue, let's just go for it. This is Matt Stewart. I like this art too. Those all resolve. I don't expect them to stick around for very long. The ever-bouncing plains is fine. Yeah, we're kind of stuck. Particularly need to kill that Spire Golem. I have to remember he has a Piracy Charm. We saw it. No attacks. See if we can get a Legionnaire. Sticking all our creatures. It's pretty good. And tap for white. Return our plains. We've got all the border posts on all the borders. He gets to think twice again. No, he kills that. He can still think twice. Kills my first striker. Good. We can save the island, but we still got no attacks. Now he's thinking twice. Okay, still nothing. Still that. We've still got nothing. We've got a lot of mana sources. The deck is playing 7, 12. Let's change this pile view, I think. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24 mana sources, which is too many, really. You need to get at least one land to turn these on, but 24 is a lot. All right, Rosadios. Delver. Keep that island. We definitely don't need any land. He can always Piracy Charm us. To make us discard a card, so we might as well make him discard that card. Delver doesn't flip. Hopefully that means you drew a land instead of another Delver. Okay. We're ahead on the clock. That's good. Let's cast this guy. Yeah, we're still not attacking. Not attacking at all. But if he attacks, we have a decent counterattack. He's thinking twice. He's got Una's Grace in the graveyard too, which is nice. Yeah, I need to see those. If only we could sack these to draw cards like the Ravnica and the recent Khans artifacts. The what are they on Khans? The banners. And the clue stones. He's coming in for some damage. I could let him kill both Vault Scourges. That'd be really sad. Assuming he's going to bounce a lot of guys, I don't want to block. I don't think MUC runs ninjas most of the time. Of course, he's attacking because he has another Spire Golem and a Quicksand. Alright. There's a Bone Splitter. This is going to get countered. That's the card he doesn't want me to have. What I have... we've got removal we could get and ostracize. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that's really going to help us. We have no bombs. This is of course Pauper, so there's not a lot of bombs anyway. I'm going to do something just to make this more interesting. If I were him, I'd probably Piracy Charm my Spire Golem to make him a 4/3 and kill both my Stormblades. Yes. Technically a 2 for 2, but it sucks for me. Alright, I don't want to wear him out on time. It's just a tournament practice for him. Bone Splitter good. Ostracize less good. Okay. On the play, I'm going to be aggressive. Vault Scourge plus Bone Splitter would be another good start. We know he's got at least 2 Piracy Charms. Porcelain Legionnaire, Court Homunculus. These are good. So we've got a turn 1 Ostracize. Double Curse, double Piracy Charm. Jeez. Curse X2, Charm X2. 1 land. Island, Prohibit, Quicksand. 2 land, technically. Jeez. No creatures. Ostracize whiffed, but you get to see his hand. It's not super exciting. He's killing all my stuff. can't prohibit anything right now. Court Homunculus would really prefer I had the artifact lands instead of swamp, plains, and island. So if I weren't going for Chippy land, those would be better choices, just for him. Glaze Fiend dies to Piracy Charm, Porcelain Legionnaire dies to Piracy Charm, and Court Homunculus dies to Piracy Charm. Well, hold on, because we can do this. Alright. He dies less to Piracy Charm, but he does die to Quicksand. But we know that he only had 2 lands, so is he willing to do that? He knows I have that swamp, so there's no reason not to play it. Let's see if he does. He won't. He's got prohibits. I don't want him to prohibit this. He won't prohibit these. Because he can just kill them. He can't prohibit that. But it will die to a Piracy Charm right now. Alright, now he's got... Now we can Quicksand this guy. Yep. He will Piracy Charm this. He'll prohibit this. He can't do both. He's going to prohibit that because he can Piracy Charm the Glaze Fiend whenever. Alright, and he's drawing into his land, so that's lovely. That's a joke from Wreck-It Ralph. It's still funny. Porcelain Legionnaire. Well, then, sir. We know he's got the other Piracy Charm. He's going to use it to kill this guy. I do get to hit him for 2. Maybe. Yeah. And I suppose that I should really kill this. Alright, so I have a 0/1 creature. Who needs me to get creatures into play, not just cast them. but they have to come into play for him to get any bigger. So if he had spell setter sprites, I wouldn't attack. But he doesn't. He put stuff on top, so he's got good cards. And he drew a good card, which is probably a counterspell. But what am I going to do? I won't attack with my 0/1 flyer this particular turn. He does not have a counterspell in his hand. That's good to know. But we're not really beating him down very quickly. Alright, these guys are flying, so that's fine. I still don't think he has a counterspell. Oh, we just have double cursive chains, so that just takes care of these guys. Oh, he has an exclude. Man, that's sad. He must have drawn that. Yes, tap my tap Glazed Fiend. My 0/1 flyer. Eventually he'll draw a creature. Oh, that's my turn. Stop that. I hit F6 accidentally. Vault Scourge number 2. Yay, my tapped guy is a 2/3. All right. We'll pause it. All right, we're back. He thunk twice again. And it's his turn, so we can F6 through the cursive chains. We just always yield to this, really. Chainer's Edict. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. These Vault Scourges are not going to last. I wonder if he only has 8 creatures. We haven't seen any oracles. Yeah. We can call this Flood Blue Control, I suppose. Do we want to play this? We don't need it right now, really. 1, 2, 3, we're fine. Just let him think we're doing something. We're not. We're not doing anything. Don't worry about us. You have 7 cards. We just want to beat you down with these guys. Return all my Vault Scourges. Ah, so sad. Only to be counterspelled. I could be mana leaked though, right? That'd be sad. Can't really do it. Comes into play tapped. Yeah. I know we're going to make our Glaze Fiend really big. But I'm not going to play into a mana leak. I don't know if MUC uses mana leak, but they're both going to be in my hand again anyway. Spire Golem pretty much shuts down the Vault Scourges. Anyways. Okay. We have lots of life. It's a control game, really. He's not countering those. I really wonder. This leaves 3 up. We're just gonna get counterspelled. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And leave that back for no particular reason. Well, that's pretty good. That's not. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Still helping me out a little bit with days. Still getting counterspelled. Yeah, we're still sitting back. Making me discard my border post. Sad. Yep. Vault Scourge is pointless. This guy has to quicksand, so there's no particular reason to worry about him. Go, Chippy! Go! No, don't let it happen! Deprived! Rawr. Attack, Court Homunculus. Go bravely forth and fight in that quicksand over there. And, oops, that was a bad idea. He was an honorable homunculus, if not too bright. doesn't work. This does. Blue, white. Counterspell. Uh-oh. Oh, repealing the serrated arrows. That is just not very nice. But I suppose why do one when you can do t'other? Meaning why bounce it when you can kill it? And have an arrows charge left. Yeah. I do get to hit you for 2. My Esper Fireball will get you. Oh. Never mind. Alright, we're down to 10. There's a Delver to help speed things along. A Glaze Fiend. He dies to serrated arrows. But hey, what doesn't? Boom. Let's see if he flips. If he does, it's a 2-turn clock. Nope, no luck. I keep trying to do that. Yep. Flips to a mana leak. He does have mana leaks. I've been playing around them properly. Yes. Cursive chains him and then gives me the trade? Really? I'll take the trade. Sloppy play, sir. We'll play an island. Curse you, Spire Golem, and your ways. We don't want to play that. Doesn't help us. Piracy Charm on the Spire Golem kills us. Nope. We got one more round to draw you. You don't fly? We'll get this Mistvein border post, though. I can flash in my Aethersworn Shieldmate, and you'll never know I hit him. Declare a blocker a step. Ho! What does it do? Nothing. But it's a wizard. Oh no! He got countered anyway. And we get hit for 2 in the air. And there's our Chainer's Edict, which would have been countered twice. But that's alright. Okay, well, thanks for watching Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Bava, and I was playing Chippy Stoneblade. Let's look at the card view again, because there's all this wonderful Chippy art. Again, Ostracize, Face Fetters, Doomblade, Windwright Mage, Island, Plains, Swamp. Pretty fun deck. A little, of course, tough against mono blue control, which is a much stronger deck, really a tier 1 deck in Pauper. But still, I had fun playing my little dudes out there. So hope you guys had fun watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my article series on magicgatheringstrat.com. It's called Faithless Looting. I run a contest every week, and you could win fabulous prizes if you check it out and participate. So go do that. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time.